Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. It's Friday afternoon, and the two NFL games for NFL Week 9 that didn't have early week lines now have lines out. We're going to cover them with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. Joe Duffy, the first one, Tennessee, New Orleans. I'm about to say something a little bit crazy. Just bear with me, okay, Joe Duffy? I'm thinking that Tennessee might have some betting value here. Of course, they just fired Coach Whisenhunt, right? They're going on the road. New Orleans, super high-powered offense, can put up points in a hurry, but, there's going to be a renewed focus on the offensive line for Tennessee. They're going to be, they're committed to not getting, Mariota knocked around, a new commitment to the run game. New Orleans, a big offense, of course, but this is a lot of points. Usually New Orleans is pretty good at home, but I'm thinking Tennessee at +8 might have some value. What do you think about that, Joe?
Well, obviously, I'm not going to call malarkey on that, no pun intended. Remember, I've always said that, especially in pro sports, NFL and the NBA, that when you make a mid-season coaching change, and in baseball as well, that usually it works short-term. You get that short-term spike, and that's probably what's going to happen with the Titans as they fired Ken Whisenhunt, who used to live in my neighborhood, by the way. And I do think, like I said, it will likely work short term. The problem that makes me a little bit nervous, the Saints offense seems to be clearly clicking, but then again, they have plenty of vulnerabilities on defense. It does look like Marcus Mariota is going to play. I think that is big for them. He's progressing a little bit. He's completed 103 of 162 passes for 63.6%. Most importantly, if he is healthy, he'll be going against a pretty shaky defense. Saints allow teams to exceed their season averages by 0.5 yards per carry and a very generous full yard per pass. So I would certainly agree with you, especially, as I said, with the new coaching situation where a coach almost takes over for an underachieving team and you can't manufacture emotion. This gives a team a legitimate wake-up call. So I don't think that's going that far out on a limb.
Yeah, I mean, that is the question. How much is Tennessee, how much were they really underachieving this year? I mean, when Miami fired their coach, clearly that they were wildly underachieving. Their expectations are really high. Tennessee, do they have the personnel to make a radical midseason, improvement just because of a coaching change? Not exactly sure. Statistically, their pass defense is very good. Now, I didn't go beneath the numbers to find out if there's something illusory about that, but statistically, seems like they might be able to match up well with the New Orleans passing game.
I certainly think so. Look, in the case, I think it's a tough comparison. In the case of Miami, they have an erratic quarterback who's capable of being spectacular one week, and then we'll play a couple weeks where he's terrible. In the case of Tennessee, you got a young quarterback who has a phenomenal upside, but just hasn't been able to stay healthy in his rookie year. I do think that the Titans have been underachieving. The reason that I'm still a little bit nervous, teams that allowed 48 points or more their last game are 72, 49, and 6 against the spread. That will favor the Saints, and it's even a higher winning percentage when they're posted as favorites, which obviously the Saints are. So I can see that the Saints will use the last game, a tough defensive effort, as a big motivational thing. But all in all, I would lean towards the Titans, but I'm not really in love with them.
All right, so officially it's going to be a pass for you in our videos, Joe?
I do think it's going to be a pass because I got some reasons that I like the Saints as well. So, yeah, we'll say it's...
Well, at your website, OffshoreInsiders.com, it's a lot of non-passes for you. Tell us about that, Joe.
42 and 18, Major League, NBA, college football, and NFL combined. Many of those were baseball. Underdogs were in as good of a streak as we've ever been in. The greatest handicapper, literally having the greatest football season ever. Bunch of big plays for this weekend. College and pro already up. OffshoreInsiders.com will have the up-to-the-minute details.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Peter.